Look at that. You don't often see 83% possession. I don't think I've ever seen a number quite that high. Barcelona had all of the ball, but it was a difficult game for them. It took them more than an hour to break down Guadalajara. Your initial thoughts on the game? It was, in the end, I think, a superb performance for much of it from the lower league side.
Yeah, listen, Barcelona fans watching Scoreline weekly will understand that we expect excellence from Barcelona every single week. When they're playing in La Liga, I understand it. When you're playing in the Champions League, I understand it. There's a great deal of pressure. You've got to see excellence from minute one all the way through. But these cup games are different. You're playing against lower league opposition that were fighting for their lives, fighting for the potential bonus paycheck that they're looking forward to. And of course, it's difficult sometimes. Listen, I made a living of playing at that lower league level where keeping compact, frustrating the opponent, seeing what they've got to be able to break us down, and hopefully getting some luck. If you get a counter-attacking goal, you find some fortune. Barcelona were patient. I think Barcelona understood that it was going to take some time for them to eventually find their way to get those chances. You mentioned there, we went to the second half because there wasn't much happening in the first 45 minutes. And actually, I would say that Guadalajara were very much in the game. They had a couple of shots on target. But the statistics simply don't lie from Barcelona, and I will break it down for you why. You pointed out 83% pass is unbelievable. Possession of the ball. That's unbelievable. I mean, that's basically just watching the opposition relax with possession of the ball. I would have loved to have seen a little bit more fight from the home side, but they just didn't have the quality. Barcelona, here is their passing. 517 passes accurately in the opposition half. They played the game in the opposition half. Only time would tell whether or not we were going to get that goal, but only time was going to tell as to whether or not they were going to find the quality in front of goal, because the chances were coming.
As we know, so much about success in leagues and cup competitions for teams is about timing. You've got to play well at the right moment. We saw that from PSG last season. Not a great start to the season, but they timed it perfectly and won the big competitions. For Barcelona, let's have a look at this domestic form. This is since El Clasico. Domestically, they've won all 8 games. They've been absolutely brilliant. And conceded their first goal in 3 matches. It's been superb form from them, 3 clean sheets in that period. Do you think they're timing moving into form just at the right time?
3 clean sheets in that timing, however, not necessarily away from home, right? That's Barcelona kept a clean sheet in an away match for the first time across all competitions since the 16th of August. So away from home, it's had to improve. The high back line has been incredibly vulnerable. We've critiqued it as often as we possibly could and probably exhausted it. However, Barcelona in these types of competitions obviously just need to simply get the job done. In other competitions, as you pointed out there, it's going in the right direction. And I will say this, there's more to come from Barcelona. There's more to come. Look at the starting 11 that they put out in this matchup from Hansi Flick. They weren't necessarily just saying, all right, we're going to throw our best team out there. We're going to rotate a little bit, but we're going to give Rashi an opportunity up top, Bardaj on the left-hand side. We're going to allow Fermin to create from that number 10 slot and see if Lamine Yamal can do something on the right-hand side. But defensively, they were incredibly solid. Big shout out to Cabarcia as well. He's obviously one who came off the bench. He made his 100th appearance across all competitions for Barcelona. Going to remind everyone, he's 18 years old. Barcelona have been forced, as you see from this starting 11, to go to La Masia to get their quality because of financial struggles. But the quality there, and look at the bench, it's phenomenal. Hansi Flick's in the right place at the right time. Excellent coach, leading this team, in my opinion, to success. Domestically, they'll have it, and most likely they'll have it in European competition as well. But I do think that there's more to come from this Barcelona side, which is a scary thought for the rest of the world.
It was a good performance from Marcus Rashford. We did say he missed a few opportunities at the start of that second half, did eventually get rewarded with his goal. How would you rate his season so far for Barca?
I think he's been very, very good for Barcelona. And what I love about Marcus Rashford is he is someone who's clearly gone through some struggles off the field. Personally, I'm going to just say it out loud. I think sometimes we take our eye away from the mental struggles that happens when you're being talked about in the media as much as someone like Marcus Rashford was at Manchester United. And then he went to Aston Villa and found somewhat of joy. But you remember that photograph when he was introduced to Aston Villa. He didn't look himself, just looked a little bit out of shape, and he just didn't look happy. Now, if you look at him with the smile on his face after scoring that goal, that cheesy smile on his face, look at that. That to me is a thing of beauty. The guys arrived at Barcelona, probably couldn't believe that the phone call came from Hansi Flick in Barcelona, that he was going to go there. But he is a Barcelona quality player. He is someone who can make a difference at Barcelona. He makes players around him better. But I think the most important thing that Barcelona recognised that the potential of Marcus Rashford ahead of a World Cup is, if you can just give him some sort of confidence and you can supply him with opportunity, he will come good. I think he has at Barcelona. I'd give him a B+ right now, because I think there's more goals in him. Obviously, you saw the chances he missed it in the highlights there. But Marcus Rashford is not far away from being a real top-class player once again. And it might just happen in time for the World Cup, because I believe he's on that plane to the World Cup. My personal opinion. I think he's got himself back into the national team because of his performance, but also his attitude. He's happy, he's mentally stable, he looks like he's enjoying his football, and sometimes it's not what you do on the field that makes that happen. Sometimes it's the care and the love and the football club, the surrounding off the field that can bring you that joy and confidence.
It's an important World Cup year for Marcus Rashford, as you said there, an important World Cup year for Ter Stegen as well. He was back in the side, in goal for Barcelona. It's a huge boost for them to have, you know, that kind of experience to lean on.
Yeah, I mean, Ter Stegen's obviously someone who's been at the club for such a long time, great experience, national team player as well. He's someone that you're going to rely on. They signed a new goalkeeper during the off-season. Obviously, injury has hampered his progress. But let's not make no mistake about it. Barcelona are still vulnerable defensively. I pointed out there, that first clean sheet away from home since August is ridiculous. That's not good enough. I would love to see that change and certainly help people like Ter Stegen. But actually thinking Ter Stegen's back now, that might help Barcelona. That might help their backline. That actually might help Hansi Flick, because I can only imagine that Ter Stegen, with the experience and the respect that he has in that football club, will have a thing or two to say about the way Barcelona have been defending this season. I think Ter Stegen's going to make a world of difference.
OK, let's have a quick look at what we've got to look forward to for the rest of the week in this competition. We have got some games on Wednesday in Copa del Rey coming up as well. Time for a
I love the Copa del Rey as well, by the way. Just because of these games, you can see the underdog in Copa del Rey. It was similar to me in Germany. The underdog really goes for it.
And I suppose the biggest game here is the fact that Real Madrid, they go again, playing Talavera, a lower league side at 3 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. More pressure on Xabi Alonso. Managed to alleviate some of the pressure, didn't he, at the weekend with that victory, but faces it once again against Talavera. I don't think Real Madrid can think about losing that game in terms of
safe to say,
Xabi
if he
Alonso.
loses that,
If he loses that, it is bye-bye Xabi Alonso. Looking forward to recapping that one tomorrow on Scoreline.